Today is Wednesday, January 21st, just before 11:30 a.m. It is 1:30 p.m. Brazilian time for Marty the One Man Party and
hmm
4:30 p.m. UTC for all Euros across the pond. What's up,
Jimmy
boys?
out.
How's it been?
Let me
How's it
let
been?
me share a little bit.
We're going to zero, right?
Are we?
Oh, yesterday was nasty, dude. No, you had political, a lot of political nonsense. Every fucking day you have political nonsense. But the Japanese bond market went a little wonky. You know, you still have this uncertainty surrounding Greenland. You have the World Economic Forum in the good old Davos, the good old Switzerland, this week. So you have all the world leaders, all the billionaires coming together and talking policy. And if you have nothing to listen to, put it on YouTube. And they always have something interesting to say, right? It's not that they're fucking stupid. Well, they might be, but the egghead Brian got into it with some central bank leader or some world leader. I forget exactly who. And
Egghead Brian did?
Are you still
yeah,
all
yeah,
in
yeah.
ETH, Cozy? Are you still in ETH? Are you seeing this chart?
I'm not seeing the chart. What's happening? Is it just
Under
getting?
sub 3.
Under 3K again.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I mean, that was yesterday.
Yeah. Are you still in it?
Nope.
Oh, you're done? You're done with this shit?
No. I will go right back very soon.
Oh, I see.
I'm expecting just a little lower.
I sold a little at 3.3K. So
Yep, that's where
I'm
I sold most of
I don't
mine.
know how much lower are you thinking, like 27, or are you thinking it breaks this range?
No, I mean 27 is even lower than I was thinking. I was thinking
Oh,
2800 in the 28s and
oh,
then go back up.
yeah.
I could buy right now and be like totally comfortable, like with it falling, more within that range.
Yeah, if I buy now, it's like decent profit in ETH terms,
Yeah.
not in USD, because
But
it's
So if you
just
buy it
fun.
at 3K today, did you know in 5 years it will still be 3K? So you're pretty much
Yeah,
safe. Like if you think about it, if you
the
really sit and
play
think.
the play is selling it when it's 4K, then buying it when it's
There's like a huge
3K.
range. I let me pull up my meme lines. I got 27.59. I don't know why, and
Mm.
35.77, and
Oh,
it's hit that range since 2021. One to the bottom, one to like fucking 10 times, 12 times.
wow.
I still think that we're well. Last week you had Egghead Brian go to Washington, D.C., and said that he didn't stand for the bill, and the banks
Oh
and
yeah.
stablecoin issuers are going to war, basically, and stablecoins will eat into regular banks' profits, and
yeah,
they
what is
don't
this?
give
Is this a proxy war between BlackRock and JP Morgan?
slowly, slowly. Yeah, I mean, like, think about like how much, unless you have like a money market account or a high yield savings account, like a regular checking account, at most U.S. banks pay closer to zero than the real rate, right? Than the 3-4%, whatever it is right now.
Most of them,
Um,
yeah. I the funny story is when I left Chase, the bank I went to is giving me like close to real rate. Like I get like 4 point something in their high yield savings. And it's
that's
like
how it should be,
they
and
don't
you're
really
never going to
fuck
move
with
your
my
money.
money. They're not fucking
Yeah,
doing, they're not doing anything with my money. So like I have some money in like an investment account with them that they, are I don't know. I know they did. I know they put some of it in the S&P and I don't know what else they're putting it in. Haven't looked. And then the rest of it sits in the savings because it's like I'm not really pissed about 4.5%. I could go on Aave, and it's like the best rate I'm gonna get from a safe lending protocol, right? Like, um, and then of course I have my funds in crypto that I do my more risky shit with, but I'm not searching for yield the way I was for my cash when I'm getting over 4%.
yeah. No, I think it's different. Like you're not. What do you mean you're not looking for a nice protocol called Anchor, giving 15 to 20% fixed rate no matter what? Like,
And then looping it on Abracadabra to get 80%. And
Dude,
then losing everything.
I sounded like such a boomer back then. I was trying to explain how fucking retarded like what was happening with the money was. And
Yeah.
I had friends who, had real like crypto businesses like prior to Anchor. And once that shit started picking up, they were putting that in like all their products. And I'm like, dude, you
It's
understand that
crazy
like
how adopted that was in UST as well, US Terra.
yeah, like
It's like
20% a
everywhere.
year. Like I'm like, bro, I want you to look in the real world and tell me where you get that, right? Like and then explain to me how it's sustainable.
Yeah.
Like
On USD,
and
not
the thing
manipulating.
was that like the crazy thing about Luna, Terra, like that whole mess, the whole spaghetti monster was that like a lot of people didn't realize that a year before it was just an algo stable or what the fuck do you call them, or seniorage token, like whatever the fuck model it was like that, and we ran it to zero. Like everyone everyone exploited that Ponzi the same way they did all the other projects that were exactly like that. It like went close to zero, and then I don't know how they did it. They like created this narrative that it was an L1 that you could build on, and people just started ignoring the fact that like it was a complete Ponzi.
Typical crypto. Not
Yeah.
surprised.
It was the greatest psyop I've ever seen pulled, like making people believe that this like this token that no matter what you did, game theory would send it to zero, that somehow it was safe to build a business on top of.
Yeah, and UST was everywhere on Curve, like on Aave, it was everywhere.
Yeah, it was
People
a fucking
just
mess.
started thinking like the argument was like, okay, but I mean like there's so much money in it now that it can't fail. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. Too big to fail.
like, what the fuck? Like, what Twilight Zone episode am I fucking living in where people are just like so brainwashed that they can't use any critical thinking to look at something before exposing normies to it, right? Like sticking it in normal like crypto lending products and stuff, right? Like the type of people that use Celsius and use, trying to think what the other one was called at the time, but used all those products where it was like
Block. What was the block card? What was the card? Jesus Christ.
it's hard for me to tell you because when I think of like original cards, I think of fucking like Monarch and 10x.
Mm-hmm. No, it was block file. Oh, come on, am I that bad? Jesus Christ, I'll think about it later. They had like a credit card in the U.S. and we're giving like 10% back in Bitcoin rewards.
It wasn't crypto.com, wasn't that?
No, it was Block. They BlockFi.
Hmm.
Yeah,
BlockFi. Yep, that was the one.
BlockFi.
What else is up? What have you guys been up to? I haven't seen you in like a week, I feel like.
We did Monday, right?
Did we?
Oh no, Monday I was out.
We did do
Monday I was out. I was busy. Yeah, I was busy.
I went skiing in the weekend.
Did you?
Oh,
and
nice.
Losing money every
Okay.
day.
All right.
Farming airdrops.
Tell me a little more.
I mean, that meta we talked about last time on Friday, I think, that died the next day. That gas coin went from 60 million to under 1 million in like one day, basically.
Well, that was actually like glorious to see.
Yeah.
To be honest, because of the way that it happened, like he just comes out, puts out a blog post, pretty much saying like, thanks guys, appreciate the money. It was a little bit
Goodbye.
too a little too juicy to not take. But I won't be participating in all this like shenanigans anymore. I have to like focus on work.
And then the other, like a few other ones were like, we do not endorse this at all. Like we don't like crypto. Like
there's one.
Are we talking about Trove? Are we talking
Redwood?
about Trove?
We haven't talked about
JS.
Trove yet. We'll
No,
get
we
into
didn't
that.
talk about
No,
that.
Redwood JS was the other big one that like they made significantly less. It was like 40
Yeah.
grand in fees or something.
Mhm.
So is the
Um,
Ralph guy still interested? Because that one is still not dead.
I have to say he has probably not made a comment on disassociating himself. And there's another one called Bridge Mind that I tried to steer away from doing this. I fucking the founder of Nansen had quote tweeted, was like, "We need to make this guy a bags," and I was like, "Please do not. Like, why ruin the momentum and spark this guy has by making him a token, making him feel like, oh shit, this is great. I have all
Everybody
this
be
support."
on chain.
Taking the money, thinking that it's his to like get paid with, and then everyone
Yeah.
fucking turning on him. Like these people
Yeah.
are not prepared for like that type of hellscape. So like why even expose them to that? It just doesn't make any sense at all. Like you want to use their tools, you want to launch a coin and make money off of the name of their thing and then just send them money for free. No one's going to be mad at you, but to like expect them to uh join your community, be your fucking mascot, and dance like a monkey to make you rich is insane. Well, it is crazy though. Like we've been talking about how easy that stuff is. I showed you guys last night. Like I built a game in like 3 days. Uh, and I probably could have done it in a day if like I didn't have kids and I wasn't distracted. And it
Yeah,
just came
dude.
from like wanting to like I was playing a game on the plane, and when I was playing it I was like, I wish that I could play this like against someone, like why is it only solo? So I just made a new version of it that you can play with people or just play online essentially. So like you can share a
Does the
link.
multiplayer work yet or not yet?
No. Once the multiplayer works, I'll probably like, tweet about it, tell people they can go try it out and play it if they want.
Yeah. The problem is you need like a bunch of different things for multiplayer to work. That it's more complicated than just making an app game, but it's definitely doable.
Oh no, I'll probably have it working today.
Nice.
Like I was able, like it was working on my local environment, and it's just now that I have it set up in a
Yeah, you
semi
just
like
need to
production
set up.
environment.
You need to like set up like normal services for multiplayer if you want it to be like comfortable for people to use, where they don't have to type each other's IP or something.
Yep. Right now, if you go into solo, it loads the game logic like loads a local version of this, and you're playing just on your phone. If you go to multiplayer, then the multiplayer and global are use completely different game logic, and those are online. Use like a outside server to run all the logic, and it's similar to like I don't know. I'm trying to think what games let you do this before we share the link. Like you play like charades or fucking, anything like that where it's multiplayer and it's like, here, give your friends this game code.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like
yeah, it
Among
can do
Us.
that with just 1v1 against a friend. Yeah, like Among Us. Or you just queue up. Like if you just want to play against some human and you don't feel like just playing against yourself, then you can just queue up. And I would expect that probably won't work so well until unless a lot of people start playing this. But the solo and the link sharing work well. I played
You
against
should make a
this
crypto
person.
themed Among Us where you need to spot the rug pull and the hacker.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that. I'll make that the
Yeah.
weekend project.
Until eventually it becomes everyone.
Okay, I'm actually I've already, when you said that, I already started like my brain went into like fucking plan mode. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
what do I need for
Let's do
this?
it. Let me play it when it's ready.
Okay.
Dude, little like Milady characters walking around, little penguins.
That's not a
Dude,
bad
Remember
idea.
Club
just
Penguin?
remake Club Penguin. Yeah, remake Club Penguin, but with pingus and Miladies. The penguin can take the Milady on a date
It's hilarious.
to Wendy's.
So what did they do to the fucking coins?
The coins have been getting
Trump-
slaughtered. But
Trump said, "I hate crypto. I am selling all my Bitcoin to buy Greenland." Fuck
That's what he
you.
said.
Fuck
That's what
you,
he said?
crypto nerds. No,
no, but
but
there was
basically,
some there. I mean, he said that without saying it with the WorldFi project. Did you see the
Dude,
governance vote that went
he
up?
just
So there's a vote that got put up to that had to do with like their fee splits or something.
Dude,
to,
we
like,
just had a
activate them.
fucking like 2K candle in like since we started the stream in like 20 minutes.
really.
What the fuck? The Bitcoin's red on the day, about to be red. ETH is 2,900.
How is
Yeah,
stocks?
yeah.
Green.
The corn nuked.
Green.
BSP
Gold
says
green.
1700.
Gold is almost 5K.
Intel's up 10%.
Dude,
It was.
I am
earlier.
gonna be up 2x on gold. That's really funny.
So something was said at Davos for sure. Because it's just literally just red.
Let's see. Let's see what they're saying. Live from Davos. Let's see.
Oh, just-
I mean, they talked about blockchain, talked about AI stuff. Let's see. First ever USA House debuts at Davos. First time ever, the U.S. State Department recognized an official American headquarters on the Davos Promenade. They housed in a transformed 19th century Alpine church, represents America staking its claim in the technologies defined in the next decade. Ripple secured a prominent sponsorship alongside Microsoft and Pfizer. With Hedera, or while Hedera announced sponsorship of both USA House and GBBC's Blockchain Central Davos. Bermuda announces world's first on-chain economy. The government of Bermuda revealed plans to become the world's first fully on-chain national economy, with Circle and Coinbase providing digital asset infrastructure to local banks, insurers, businesses, and consumers. It's a pilot program. It's a national transformation. The announcement was one of the most interesting and proved that stablecoins and digital asset infrastructure are ready for mainstream adoption. Circle and Coinbase aren't running at sandbags. They're powering the whole country's financial system. It's pretty crazy. For the first time, Davos featured two dedicated high-level sessions. One was Is Tokenization the Future? And the other one is Where Are We on Stablecoins? Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple and Egghead Bald Brian from Coinbase appeared alongside the ECB governor. Standard Chartered CEO, Euroclear's leadership. The conversation shifted from whether digital assets belong in the financial system to how fast we integrate them responsibly. Then there was like a Neuro AI multi-agent platform that was showcased. Let's see. It's Cognizant's multi-agent decision platform. Internal benchmarking shows the system has delivered 30 to 40% improvements in coding accuracy, reduced effort by 30 to 75%, accelerated time to market by 40 to 45%. Let's see. Salesforce and the World Economic Forum launched EVA, the first agentic AI concierge. Agentforce 360 to support over 3,000 leaders at Davos. Called it, it's more than a chatbot. It's an agentic concierge that helps leaders move faster, prepare better, and take action. So a high-level chatbot for OpenAI announced and confirmed their first hardware device for late this year, 2026. It's developed with former Apple design chief Johnny Ive. Lehane also revealed India is now OpenAI's second largest consumer market globally, with 2.5x growth in the past year. Wow. Let's see. The World Economic Forum reported 600 billion AI surge, which is the fastest capital reallocation in modern history. Let's It's been since 2010. So since 2010, 600 billion has been put into AI. US and China accounting for 65% of the global spending, and the industry is expanding at a rate of 33% annually. Only 15% of the world's information is digitized, and that leaves 85% left to humans and intuition, judgment, culture, and lived experiences. The opportunity ahead isn't just about what AI can do today, it's about unlocking the vast majority of data that hasn't been captured yet. It's actually something to think about. So if you have, people are scrambling to just fork and make clones of like different things for their own productivity, but something that would probably make a lot of money is finding a way to get data that's not already digitized, digitized with, and speeding up that process with the help of AI. Like
what? VHS tapes?
mm, I don't want to say. I don't want to give away an
I see.
idea.
Yeah, I see.
I have some friends right now that complain about a certain, like, I'm trying to think of the way to talk around it. They complain often about finding higher quality content for a certain genre of visual content on the internet. And if there was a way to start collecting that and putting it online, you could use AI to quickly index, upload, sort, seed that information out, or those pieces of data out. The hardest part is just the collection, like, getting around to collecting things that aren't digitized, put it online. Let's say VHSs, right? Or like something like that, or old series of certain shows. The Shazam videotape, right? Things like that.
You could make a like plug and play system to do as many as possible without needing to do some complicated stuff.
See, Microsoft talked about the AI bubble. Said they're cautioning the risk of AI becoming speculative unless benefits spread beyond big tech and wealthy economies. Positioned AI skills as the new pathway to jobs and mobility, comparing the current moment to when workers had to learn Excel to stay employable. Anthropic CEO on China chip sales and job impact, they talked about. They argued that restricting chip sales to China is one of the biggest things they could do to maintain time for AI safety. AI could eventually eliminate half of entry-level white-collar jobs through current labor market impact remains limited outside of coding.
The Griffin guy, the Citadel guy, he had a good point. Like, the world leaders are looking at AI that it's going to wipe out like all of this debt, and GDP is going to rise because AI is the future. And he's like, but what if it's not? What if all this capex, what if all this money spent, and like it's not what we think it was, or it doesn't live up to the hype? Like the issue is the money printing, not the.
Well, there's two issues, right? Like
the issue of money printing of the governments.
You have one issue that is scaling, like in meeting expectations. You had this rapid rise in performance through the earlier models. Now, if you look at the last like GPT update, it was like a 25% increase, right? So
slowing.
We're going to start plateauing. And I don't think we'll fall off. I think it's then forever just a plateau with gradual increases because of the cost of hardware and the cost of compute. Then like we'll just say the cost of resources in general. We've gotten to a point where they are so resource hungry that SSDs are sold out until 2027, right? Like
Yeah.
the days
Okay.
of going to fucking Micro Center and perusing through a whole section of SSDs of different sizes is over for now. The days of ordering the brand new 5090 as soon as it comes out are over.
Mhm.
Like
Dude, you know they're up like $1,000 since I posted in December about them going up. They're
for
like
From
over
3 to 4K
4K.
or from 4 to 5K?
From 3
I-
to 4.3 or something.
just before
Jesus.
Christmas, I bought a handful of GPUs, and then I still had a bunch
Yeah,
that
like,
I had
yeah,
boxed up. I bought
like
more after we talked, and you're like, "How many do you have?" I bought some more 5080s because on Amazon they hadn't
yeah, I got
adjusted.
them. Yeah,
It hadn't
Yeah.
there are two places where like the news of the of what was happening in the GPU and like memory market hadn't like hit, and that was pre-built PCs and Amazon, like secondary sellers. So yeah, I bought more RAM, and I bought more GPUs. And
there were
even
some crazy pre-built PC deals, but they were sold out when I was looking.
I got one that was a 5080 with 64 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabyte SSD, and water cooled for like under $3,000. It was like 2,200 or something.
Nice.
And now it's up $1,000. The GPU itself, I think each of them are up like anywhere from, I don't know, fucking 15% to like 60%.
In 20 days.
They're gonna
Yeah.
try to make everybody use that NVIDIA service. What's it
GeoForce Now.
called? Yeah,
GeoForce Now is the new
that crap.
Netflix.
I remember that, dude. GeoForce. I think we were
Yeah.
talking about GeoForce Now before. They have it on all
I used
LG
it.
TVs.
Cause dude, I downloaded it for my Mac Studio because I was like, I want to play regular games on my Mac. I don't want
But
to
it's
have to
like
like.
so laggy for
It
multiplayer.
sucks, dude. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like I paid for a couple months for the highest tier that they offered,
Yeah,
which
and
is
it's
like giving you
shit.
access to the
It's shit.
RTX 5090s and like the no lag servers and stuff. And dude, you cannot play multiplayer.
Yeah,
You just
like
can't.
how are they ever gonna solve this issue if nobody can afford a computer?
No, if the streaming was better, like okay, maybe you don't need to play competitive games, but like I don't know, Hogwarts or some Red Dead Redemption or whatever, Grand Theft Auto story, I'll start there, like perfecting story mode games
Yeah,
and have it. I don't know what the lag is, right? Because depends on where the data center is, but like it can't be like 2 fucking seconds. It's way
Bro,
too slow.
I felt like I have like 300 ping, like
Yeah.
that's
playing.
disgusting.
Yeah, like everything's teleporting and like you're sliding on the ground, sticking.
Yeah, look at that. US Open. Woohoo! 2 hours in.
Straight to
Fucked.
Hades.
Yeah, like making almost new lower lows. Like, come on, guys. The fuck is happening here?
Day 21 of me asking Velodata to add the 3 hour.
Please. Please, if you're listening.
If you're listening,
Well, we have them on next Wednesday, so we can
yeah,
ask them.
I'm gonna ask them, what is it about the 3 hour that intimidates them?
It's new. It's like Coinbase adding the 4 hour. It's just new innovation. Nobody's come up with it yet.
New tech. People aren't used to it. I'm trying to think who said it. It might have been Mr. Diamond. He said about AI stuff and it taking jobs. He's like, he said that it was getting blown a bit out of proportion. Kind of the similar to like Ken, like about like everyone had to learn to use Excel. He was like, the tractor was a industry changing piece of technology. People lost jobs. The tractor took jobs from people, but like here we are today with the booming like farming economy where if you're not using a tractor,
Yeah, I
you
mean
can't compete.
everything about like the Industrial Revolution was all about that.
And
That's what.
I think that like is the best way to even look at it, right? Because like it's not that I've said from the beginning that I don't see it like replacing humans completely, but it's going to make it so that you don't need as many humans to do the job, or that you are able to output so much more because you're like, if I have if I have the technology to give me 5x more output, then everyone on staff should be producing 5x more.
There it goes. Are you watching it? Yeah. Whee! No, it's
Dude,
just like
Oof.
they were talking. Yeah, oof. They were talking about this at the Davos and other interviews with Nvidia guy. He was basically saying like, oh well, to get all of these data centers, like we need manufacturing, we need industry, we need plumbers, we need electricians, they need workforce. But kids these days don't want to work.
It's so real.
Right. Kids these days don't want to go do that, right? So maybe you have this I don't know. Maybe you have maybe you have a time where like like the 30 and
Let me
40
find it
year
for
olds,
ESP.
like the 30 and 40-year-olds are now going to make all the money in industry and manufacturing, and then Gen Z's cooked because they don't want to work. That's my thoughts. Get into a trade if you're listening and you don't have a job.
I want to know, can I put I think I can actually. I'm like, can I put the heat map on right on the chart? I think I can here. Oh, it's right there. Yes.
Yeah, that was a nasty move. 90 to 87 since we started.
yeah, beautiful candle.
The Build Back Better candle, the great beautiful candle.
The Trump saves the economy candle.
But everything else is up. Just so we're clear, it's just the cryptos. That's.
Well, the dollar's down.
Are you surprised?
The dollar's always down. Let me see. Oh, Trove. All right. That was the other thing we were going to talk about. So if you were living under a rock the last 2 weeks, you didn't hear about Trove. Trove was a RWA marketplace where you could access leverage on real world assets. So if you wanted to go 10x long on your Charizard, they were going to make that available to you. And it was quite possibly the worst lead up to a launch that we've seen in a while. It started with them. So they got 20 million in to 20 million worth of hype, I believe, or something like that, to put towards liquidity being on Hyperliquid. Then they pivoted and said they were going to launch on Solana. People didn't really take that well. Then it was coming up that they were like paying influencers lots of money to have the badges. It was like, I think $5,000 just to like put on the badge, and then like $45,000 and up. They're paying people for tweeting about the ICO that was going to take place. They had a $20 million cap, I believe, and then it didn't seem like it was going to fill. They were betting on Polymarket, some of the team wallets, on in a market that had to do with the final, raise. And then they came out and announced that they were extending the raise, right? So they didn't meet the cap. They were getting close to not meeting it. But with the like momentum it had, it made it seem like, okay, well, if they have more time, like they're going to meet it. Once their Polymarket shares were in profit, they sold their Polymarket bets to make anywhere from, I think, like, low 5 figs up to low 6, and came back and said, we're actually not going to extend it now. We're going to just end it, where we were at. We were going to extend it because we found like a cluster of wallets that had, accumulated a lot of the supply. We wanted to allow a more fair and equal distribution. So we announced we were going to extend it, and we realized that was wrong. So now we're announcing we're not. So it was a huge
Jesus
clusterfuck.
Christ.
A lot of people immediately removed their badges.
Yeah, dude. What's up with that? I wanted to say that. What the fuck was that?
I mean,
Did
bro,
they
they were paying.
run away with the money or what?
So now nobody knows what's happened with Trove. I don't think it's running away with the money, right? Like there are some people that are trying to get refunds because they're not happy about what happened. So I'm
What are they
thinking
giving?
that,
100K or something? That's what they said, right?
well, they distributed the token, right? And it nuked. So like some people, I know there's one guy bitching that he put in 20 grand, and his 20 grand by the time that he got tokens were worth $600 or something.
That's the crypto experience in a bear market, right?
I don't know if it was 600 or 6K, but it was like, a significant loss.
Down 60%. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, trying to get Berwick to take a look. But absolute clusterfuck. I haven't checked up on it in the last day, so let's see what people are saying.
There was like another Trove like years ago that also dumped to zero. I think it was like
I was
some
gonna say it
pre-sale.
sounded familiar.
It was some pre-sale on our Arbitrum, I think.
Really?
All right, so
Yeah. We're getting like
they ended up raising
rehashed names.
They raised 11.5 mil in the public
Okay.
ICO, targeting 2.5 mil at a 20 mil FTV. Right before launch, changed court terms the last minute, triggered chaos around whether the ICO had actually ended. Coincidentally, nuked a Polymarket market in the process. Shortly after, team abandons its original Hyperliquid roadmap. 10 million in hype tied to that plan was rapidly sold. A sudden pivot to Solana was announced. Then came the launch. The token opened at the promised valuation and collapsed 95% within hours. Meanwhile, undisclosed paid promotion surfaced, discounted allocations emerged, ICF funds were allegedly routed to places they shouldn't have been, like casinos. The team kept 9.4 mil to continue building that no one witnessed. Users got no refunds, and there's been zero accountability. That was yesterday that someone wrote this. Let's see if there's anything newer. A missing part of the Trove story is that in October, when it was first shilled to KOLs, the FTV was 5 mil. The ICO was at 30 mil. Anyone in the angel round had a 6x going into the ICO. Of course, you were going to promote the ICO, is what people are saying.
Mm.
That was from Serpin, the guy that runs.
Why am I
Ethos.
shocked? Why am I not surprised? Should I be surprised? Because I'm not.
Small chain. Let's see.
So
Let's see what
it's
Small Chain
launched at 600K market cap. Am I seeing this right?
600K.
Oh no, I
market
see
cap.
it like nuked from like 15 million to zero basically. Unless that's like a fake wick. I don't know.
Wow, these people are really going at him. Dox them by their Telegram IDs. ZeroX Friendship previously had another X account that was banned with the username Friendshipped, associated with the project Manifestor DAO. The X account Friendshipped linked to the following email address through Google dorking while targeting Exiles XBT. I found an old account of his that used the following email address as a contact. DSO username exchange. Finally, regarding the user Assist Gang, by checking the username history, T00 Rich, Yoke _HL, Free Jelly Jerk or whatever.
Free
Google
jelly
Dorking,
jerk.
identified person behind the account, whose name is Mark Prejlige, from a video interview at Web Summit 2024 in Lisbon, where he was interviewed while working for Ask Sensei. Digging deeper, found an old abandoned Facebook profile where there are photos of him as a child. He practiced competitive swimming and later worked as a coach in his hometown of Koper, Slovenia. Other social profiles managed to find interesting fact on his TikTok profile, pictures the displayed location is Dubai. If anyone wants to know where Unwise Cap ended up, ask Zero Blocks. See you soon. So yeah, they are paid a lot of noble names for the undisclosed shill, raised 12 mil, team took 10, investors 1,000, the ICO became 50. I think the main thing was that they were going to raise 2 mil, but then they kept the whole committed amount now. And if you do a committed base sale, then people over sub because they think they'll get diluted. So people lost way more than they intended to risk.
Was
They
this
also
on?
refunded 2.4 mil, which is likely to themselves / KOLs.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. No,
Was it on the echo chamber, or was it just on a website?
I don't think it was on Echo. I think it
The
was.
echo chamber. We can't say the word.
I don't think it was in the echo chamber. I think if it were, it might have been the really early round that people keep talking about where they raised the 2 mil, because this last one was right on their site.
Okay.
Oh shit. And I gotta go, boys. I'm actually late for another meeting. Later today we are not today. Is it next week? Next week options talk?
Next week we got the Velos, the
Yeah.
Velos,
The Veloraptors.
the Velociraptors.
Cool beans. Well, we'll see you back on Friday. Hopefully you don't get too liquidated out there, boys and girls.
Having fun.
Enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah, having fun.
Bye.